This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Glad to have you with us from Maverick Stadium in Logan, Utah, home to the Utah State Aggies. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Troy Trojans, taking on a team from the Mountain West, the Utah State Aggies. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Trojans will kick it away to start us off. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Motion from the wide receiver. Now they'll try the right side. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up the short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
And the Aggies with a second and short to keep this drive moving. They push it out to the 39 after picking up 5.
And you know what? The best third down offenses don't get to third down. Really good job by the offense running the football. You could tell the defense got caught a little bit off guard, got a nice gain, popped one, got a first down. Who needs third downs if you can just pound it down their throat on second down?
Back to throw, it's Barnes. Makes the grab. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
This defense is going to have their hands full trying to defend the pass with all of these weapons they've got on the perimeter of the field. That is a great job bringing a dangerous target down right away after he catches the slant.
Motion from the wideout. Quick pass on the fly motion. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he can really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
With the catch, it's Lane. He's loose on the right. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Aggie!
QBs love their big tight ends, and especially guys that can do such great things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, Palmer, he looks like a daggum receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup nightmare, too, man. I mean, he's just too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. If I'm this QB, I'm looking that guy's way a lot more often than this one.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Coming out with it, it's Dortch. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A quick pass to the left.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
And here comes the offense on second down. They go to the ground. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. Third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
Dropping back, it's Crowder. Grab near the sticks, it's Higgins. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big third down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
And the Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. Here's the pressure. Grabbed behind the line, it's Higgins. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Got it in the middle, it's Higgins. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first, it's at the 37.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
The Trojans are marching down the field. Off the play fake on 1st down. Caught behind the line. It's Meadows. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that, take a shot down the field, and don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. He wants to throw it again. Looking to the big tight end. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the mistiming.
Well, that one falls incomplete, but this guy has been locked in. He's 5 for 6 on the opening drive of the game, and the coaching staff felt like he had a great week of preparation coming into this one. I think they were expecting him to have this hot start.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Looking downfield, it's Crowder. Fires to the wideout. And a big deflection on 3rd down forces a 4th down.
Zone coverage that time, and the cornerback, a nice job with his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. He sees the ball thrown, so he knows exactly when to break on it. He's able to break it up for an incompletion.
He boomed it through a 50-yard field goal, showing off that powerful leg.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Give to the running back. Picks up the first down, still moving. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. The give to the back. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The Aggies can really attack on this 2nd and short. Been showing them the run, now they'll throw it. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better, though.
Dropping back, it's Barnes. Fires to the tight end. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
One running back in the backfield, and he has it. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Man, getting to this quarterback is pivotal. You saw it last drive, way too much time. They score a touchdown. Nice job on 2nd down. Anticipating the pass, playing the pass, getting the sack, and now forcing a difficult 3rd down.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Trying to burn this defensive back. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. To the air, it's Crowder. That's reeled in, it's Higgins. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. The quarter comes to a close. Utah State has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. Makes the catch. It's Taylor. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
Hey, I'll tell you what, that slot receiver, he may not be the biggest receiver in the world, but he is shifty, and he runs really good routes. You saw it on that play.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to throw, it's Crowder. A little screen to the running back. Pick up of 5. It'll be 3rd down and 5.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side.
Well, a play like that's going to force the defense to second-guess whether they want to play man-to-man coverage against guys with speed like that. One-on-one to the perimeter, you run the go route, quarterback puts a ton of air under it, and they come up with a huge play.
And the Trojans are rolling down the field. Gives it on the option. Gets it inside the 10. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing...
And he will take it in. Touchdown, Troy. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. They took it 71 yards down the field, and they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw. It's Barnes. Throws for the tight end. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Utah State comes to the line with a 1st and 10. Power football with the run.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
One of the big risks about being in an empty set is that you don't have tight ends or running backs helping you out in pass protection. And that time the quarterback got hit right before he let it go, and that's why that ball fell incomplete.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. Guys, the Troy offense returns to the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They'll try the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Dropping back, it's Crowder. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So he got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around to make it an easy pass and catch.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Connor. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
High the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Schwartz. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the 1st down.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Gonna look downfield again. Fires to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Taylor. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. From inside the 40 at the 37, it's 1st down. They'll run it from the gun. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Crowder. Catch in the middle, it's Higgins. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense, next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
The Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here comes the heat. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Well, quarterback went down behind center pretty quick that time, and it makes you wonder as a play caller, against this pass rush, do you start thinking about maybe rolling your quarterback out and changing the launch point?
And the Trojans with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air on 2nd down. Gets it to him on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal, showing off that powerful leg.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wide receiver comes in motion. To throw, it's Barnes. Unloads it left. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. They get him down at the 36. It will be a 1st down.
Just a great job by the quarterback, the running back, the offensive line. Sneaky little devils. What do? Make it look like pass, sneak in the run, catch you off guard. Great play call by the offense.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Sends it back in motion. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Looking to the big tight end. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Barnes. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. They finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. From the gun, give on the inside. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's going to wrap it up here in the first half. Stay tuned. Second half not too far away. Utah State about to kick it off to open the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Dort. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. So, guys, we'll have another look at this Troy offense. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They didn't, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Back to pass, it's Crowder. Plucks it out of the air.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
The Trojans with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Caught close to the marker, it's Taylor. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
You know, it's hard enough just to catch passes in college football, but to do it while also being cognizant of where you are in the field and making sure you get a foot down in bounds, that's really impressive.
And the Trojans will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Thomas. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
And if you had any questions about this quarterback's arm talent, now you've got your answer. Wow.
This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. He'll pull it on the read. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
The offense thought they had a good look to run that play into with the QB, but there's just an example of a defender winning his one-on-one battle and making a tremendous play. Great effort by that guy.
They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to go up top. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. It'll be 3rd and long. to the air. It's Crowder. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. The pull and throw off the RPO.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The Trojans have moved it inside the 20. Wants to keep it in the air. Here's a heat. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that side.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Looking to the big tight end. It's complete. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
I really like this offense staying aggressive. They were in field goal range, but nice job on 3rd down. Forget that. Let's go get the first down. Let's throw the football. Nice read, nice catch. Now set up with a 1st and goal situation.
Quarterback making checks. They'll try to pound their way in. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now it's tough sledding on the ground.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Looking to throw, it's Crowder. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
And with the extra point, they stretch the lead to 13. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Davis. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. The give to Davis. He's in open space downfield.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Aggies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. To the air, it's Barnes. Makes the grab. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Well, the drag route's put in this playbook to fight against man-to-man coverage. So there you see the receiver using his speed, working his way across the field. He gets separation on the DB, trying to trail him, makes the catch, turns it upfield for the first.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. With the catch, it's Davis. Oh, he's got some space. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
The Aggies have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Trying to hit the sideline on the right. He gets it across the 25 to the 24. Give him 5 on the carry.
I think the toss does a really good job of getting the football on the edge quickly. You know, you toss it out there to the running back, you better block the defensive end. That's priority number 1. Good job blocking the defensive end, getting a nice positive game in the toss point.
Back to throw, it's Barnes. It's complete. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
When receivers are running slant routes against man coverage, sometimes you get open using speed, but sometimes it's pure physicality. This receiver does a great job using his hands, and then he's able to fight his way to the inside. At the end of the day, he just wanted that football more.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, and makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Caught in the backfield. It's Jacobs. Got some room in into the goal line. Touchdown, Utah State. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Really nice job by the quarterback getting through his progression. He wanted to throw that football down the field, but nobody was open. He never forgot about his running back, running the swing route, spitting it out to the perimeter, and letting him do the rest for a touchdown.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Fielded in the end zone. It's Dortch. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Troy is on top and sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Looking to pass. It's Crowder. Quickly complete. Breaks into the open. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Time to take a shot. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Let's go. Talk about leaving the door open. Yes, please. You think they might run the clock out, run the football consistently? No, sir. They put it in the air. We forced the interception. Great job by the defense. When they needed it the most, they came through.
Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. This is a game of swings and momentum, and a great opportunity here after scoring on the last drive, getting a stop, and now you have the football back.
They're playing well right now in all three phases, and they're complementing each other. So now, David, it's up to the offense here. It's up to this quarterback to lead this offense down the field to get a score.
Yeah, and just stay aggressive. To understand we've had success, we got this going the right way. Now I don't need to change anything. Go back to your go-to plays. That's now got you some momentum back in your favor.
So now it's second and long. Back to pass. Got it behind the line. It's Davis. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense there.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
He'll take it on the return. He's got great speed. Touchdown, Trojans. Special teams coming through, the third aspect of the game, delivering big time. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
Looking for a man. It's Crowder. Got his man down the middle. He's not going to make it. Stopped short of the goal line, and they are unable to extend this lead any further. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Now facing a 3rd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Now the Trojan offense returns to the field. The defense made a play with that interception to set them up. Now to see if they can cash it in. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Complete on 3rd down. Turning it on. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Ooh, and that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense too, right? There was a broken tackle. The guy made it look like he was going to pick up the first, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up 4th down.
And this kicker has had a busy night. The field goal unit is out there for the 3rd time. Never a doubt. And that lead grows even bigger.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Motion from the back. Looking for a man. It's Barnes. Throws for the tight end. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it 1 play at a time.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Looking downfield on first down. Rushes on him. Caught over the middle. It's Thompson. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
This offense is going to have to get more aggressive. Like, they can't take many more shots short down the field and not getting gains. They've got to keep their foot on the gas. They've got to take some shots, work the middle of the field, but make some big plays down a couple possessions.
Got it in the middle. It's Lane. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
This Utah State offense has it going. Motion from the wide receiver. They just keep firing. Pulls it in. It's Boyd. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
Quick strike complete. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. And the Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. And the rush will get to him at the 25. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on first down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on second down. Motion from the wideout. Looking downfield, it's Barnes. Throws to the wideout. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Pass is incomplete, but a lot of contact there. I think it's going to be pass interference and a first down.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
They've really controlled the ball on this drive, and the penalty gives them another 1st and 10. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Firing to the right, complete. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
Man, a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
On 1st and goal, let's see what Utah State calls. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Utah State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
All right, big touchdown makes it a 9-point game. You got to kick the extra point right now, and then you've got to find a way somehow, some way to get the football back. You're going to have to score again and go for 2. A lot has to go right, but at least you get that touchdown to give yourself an opportunity.
And with the lead sitting at 9, they'll try to make it a 1-possession game. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They took it 71 yards down the field, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. So just over 90 seconds to go, and this game's probably going to come down to whether they can recover this onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. Guys, the Troy offense returns to the field. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive. Productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting first down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage, probably getting blitzed. It's going to be into a small window. It is not easy to execute in this situation of the game.
On second down, let's see if they go right back to the run and put this game on ice. Offense changing the play. They'll run the toss. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Trojans come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
That's a big drive for this offense in the 4th quarter. Now to take a 2-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
He'll bring it out. It's Starling. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Back to pass, it's Barnes. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
Back to pass on 2nd down. He's taking the deep shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
I think at this time, you just have to throw caution to the wind. You're down by a lot. You're deep in your own end late, so you're just going to be throwing it. The defense knows it. They're pinning their ears back. You're going to have to get rid of it early. Someone is going to have to step up and make a play, and that's going to have to happen a couple of different times if you're going to win this game.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Got a man. It's Davis. There he goes. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
it.